Assalamu alaikum. Hey everyone, welcome to the 8th video in our digital Arabic calligraphy playlist. I am Hamdallah Salama and I am excited to bring you this community service project from International Open University. In this playlist, we will be introducing Callipro, a new app. So the content of this module will be overview of the Callipro interface and tools and controls. Now, in my opinion, I would say that Callipro is basically like an upgraded version of Ana Muhtarif al-Khat, and it is an app that you have to pay for. Ana Muhtarif al-Khat is the free one. So let's get started. Click the Callipro app. Once you open the Callipro app, you will see the list of all of the designs that you had created. And then there are a bunch of options at the top. The first one being this one. It basically, you can choose which app to open your designs with. Most of the time you wouldn't have to use this, so just ignore them. The second option is you get to choose exactly how it is that you display your designs. Currently it is in the list format. You can tap it and change it. It will make it look bigger, or you could return it back to list format. I prefer it this way. And then there is a plus sign, which is to basically create a new design. And then a negative sign, which is to select. Once you click that, you'll be able to select whichever design that you want to remove. And once you're done, you click OK. You click the tick sign. And then the language option is where you get to change which language that you want to change the app to, depending on the language that you speak. Currently, I only have English, Arabic, and Bahasa Indonesia. It is the same thing as the option of UI language in the Ana Muhtarif al-Khat app. So, of course, we'll stick to English. And we click the plus sign to create a new design. Now, this one is a whole lot more user-friendly, visual-friendly. That is how the Callipro app is. You get to create a custom size, or you bring in a picture directly from your gallery or files on your phone, and you can use start a square-shaped project by clicking this, or the different type of ratios or styles, sizes of projects that exist, and then these are the saved sizes. Alright, of course, we'll just click square. Since we're not actually doing a design, we're not actually starting a design, we just want to look at all of the different tools and interfaces that exist. As you can see, it is very, very similar to Ana Muhtarif al-Khat app. It just has some extra tools. This is for the text. You can see the fonts, just like the previous one, except Callipro doesn't have English text. Yeah, but it has all of the Arabic fonts. It doesn't have English fonts, but it does have all of the Arabic fonts that Ana Muhtarif al-Khat app has. The size is the same, the center align, the alignment option is the same, the spacing option is the same. You can also preview, you can cancel, and you can insert. And then now Callipro has this additional feature, which is being able to do Quran, like calligraphy of ayahs of the Quran. This is what it looks like. You can just pick an ayah text, and there's a surah. This is Al-Fatiha at the moment, and you get to choose whichever one you want. You actually have to download it first. You have to download the material before you're able to get it. And then these are alignments of the text, and the spacing and the size. You get to preview what it looks like as well. This is what it would look like after bringing in the text. You also get to change because like I said previously, the fonts that are used for Quran ayahs of the Quran is Mishafi Gold and Mishafi Silver. Currently it's Mishafi Silver. You can select Mishafi Gold and then preview. This is what it would look like. Personally, I would use Mishafi Gold. But regardless, we're not here to make calligraphy with Quranic ayahs, so we can just click cancel. And then we have the plus sign right next to it. This is where you can find all of the collections of stuff. Now, like I said, Callipro is an upgraded version of Ana Muhtarif al-Khat, which means you can find other things other than the basic stuff that exists in Ana Muhtarif al-Khat as well. We have the thuluth marks and the letters and ligatures, and then we have an additional tab, shapes. Now this one is an amazing feature. You can use the shapes to basically design. There are all sorts of shapes. We don't just have the typical shapes. We have shapes of leaves, of flowers, animals, some musical instruments, chat boxes, amongst many other things, branches and the likes. So this is amazing. We will be making use of this in the next module after this, module 9, where we will be using some of these shapes to create calligraphy. I will show you how that works. Then we have glyphs as well. Is it glyphs? Basically, these are the ones. These are just random symbols like brackets, apostrophes, plus signs, division signs, dollar signs, and so on and so forth. We have different glyphs, is it glyphs, that are available for different fonts. Currently it's Diwan Nasr. You can click Diwan Thuluth to check out the glyphs that will be used for Diwan Thuluth. And then we have favorites, which is basically where you add the items that you like the most and you don't want to be like going to those tabs all the time, so you can just select one and then add to your favorites. They have actually written the instructions here. They said to add an item to your favorites, select add to favorites from the more menu. So if there ever came a time when you wanted to add an item to your favorites, just do that. You can also import one if you want to. So we close that, and then we have some extra tools available. Let's just add a random Arabic letter and click insert. Now we have this one. This tool requires you to use the App Store, so it's best to just ignore since it's not that big of a deal. It's like extra effects on the letter. And then we have the undo and redo button, as you already know. We also have the saved button where you're able to choose whether you just maybe share. It's the share button, not the save button, the share button. You can share it to Facebook, or you can download it onto your phone, and you can download it as an SVG or a PDF, and so on and so forth. And then we have the 3 dots on the top right of the app, where we have options of copy, paste, delete, selecting all, deselecting all, flip horizontally, flip vertically, edit path, which is the effect that is not available unless you open App Store. That is what this option is. It's edit path, this one. This is edit path. Anyways, we also have locking, which is basically where you lock a letter onto your page so that it doesn't move around while you're editing everything else. And then we have splitting letters, where it's like this. Maybe you wrote a bunch of letters that are connected to each other. We write Bismi, like Bismillah, Bismillah. We click insert. You bring this onto your canvas, and then you can split the letters so that you can deal with each letter yourself. And then maybe you can come to the marks tab and then bring maybe a letter that you want to connect with it. Maybe this one, insert, and you'll be able to do so. like this. So this is basically a very useful skill where you don't have to like bring every single letter yourself. You can just generate text using the text box available in Callipro, and then you can split the letters and then edit them however you want. And then we have the tools that are already available in Ana Muhtarif al-Khat, which is basically size, changing style, copy pasting, deleting, and selecting all of them. This tool is to select everything or deselect. This is to add color. You can change it to red. Just stick to black, it looks amazing. This one you don't have to click apply, it or automatically applies whatever color it is that you had clicked. And then we have, this is for, this is also color. And then we have what is this called? Shadow, like border, like the border around whatever item it is that you select, it will increase it in border. This is the color for the border. Like I said, this one was for the color of the letters, and then this one is for the color of the border. Usually it's black, and this is the border itself. You can increase or decrease. It makes it look pretty good. And then we have, you can place it on top of it like this, maybe in a design where you want to make it clear that there's one letter on top of the other, like that. And then we have the movement tool. You get to use it to move it around. And there we go. And then we have the flipping tool. And then we also have, I think this is grouping, where you group two letters together. Yes, this is grouping. Is to group them so that they're no longer separated. Of course, you can ungroup, and now they're separate. You can move them apart. It's best to just group though, because you combine them for a reason. And then this is to bring to front or to send to back. So this is very useful when you are creating complicated calligraphy that involves adding so many things together. Sometimes some letters will be on top of each other, and this is where it comes into use. Currently it's at the back. You can bring to front. Let me enlarge it so you can see the effect properly. Alright, we select this. Currently it's at the front. As you can see, it is blocking the letter behind it. But if I want, I can send it to the back so that this letter covers that one. And that's basically how it works. This is exceptionally useful when creating actual complicated Arabic calligraphy designs. Then we have the final one, which is alignment. Let's fit the screen. This is basically alignment. Left aligned, center aligned, right aligned, top aligned, middle aligned, bottom aligned. So we click middle aligned and center aligned. That's great. So it is very useful, exceptionally useful. So these are basically all of the options that are available. As for the 3 lines at the top left, the effects are the exact same as Ana Muhtarif al-Khat. And there we go. This is the overview of the Callipro app. Like I already said from the very beginning, this app is basically the upgraded version of Ana Muhtarif al-Khat. It has far many more uses, tools, and effects, and you need to pay to be able to get the app, while Ana Muhtarif al-Khat could be just downloaded easily, simply, just for free. And so that is all for this video. In the next video, like I said previously, we will be using rectangles to organize calligraphy. We'll be using the shapes available in Callipro for our Arabic calligraphy. And that is all for this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Happy designing.